Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had lots of turkey. I hate turkey, so I brought shrimp. Shrimp, stovetop stuffing, mashed potatoes, and butternut squash. That's my favorite things on Thanksgiving. I hate turkey. So this year I brought 3 pounds of giant steamed shrimp to my brother's house. And that way I didn't have to look like an asshole because I brought everybody shrimp. So, all right, let's see. Bitcoin's actually been holding out pretty well. Now, most people did expect this week to kind of be a blah week because there's not going to be too much volume. You know, Bitcoin's still at 16,500. A lot of these altcoins have gone crazy. Like BNB back up to 314. That's very surprising to me. All this altcoin action right now really is confusing me. I'm almost wondering if that bottom was $15,000 from Bitcoin. I talked about this before. Cardano's still hanging out around 31 cents. Nothing too crazy. Litecoin holding strong. We're going to talk about Litecoin a little bit. I know I did a video last time about Litecoin. And I do think Litecoin is going to do very, very well next bull run, but I don't think this is it for I don't think we're going into a bull run right now for Litecoin, and I would be looking for minimally another $60 or $50 for Litecoin. Retest those levels before, like in 6 months to a year, we go completely bullish. I do expect to have a $500 Litecoin, especially with everybody getting out of all these other projects that might be labeled securities. Litecoin being proof of work. It could happen, folks, but right now is very dangerous territory for Litecoin to be buying. Solana back up to $14. Everything's kind of holding on strong. So anyway, let's see what's going on in the crypto world. Boo. Alameda Research withdrew $204 million ahead of the bankruptcy filing. So this basically means, folks, they knew it was going to happen. You know, a lot of people were thinking, oh God, you know, this happened so fast. Like people did a bank run. And it happened like within a day, and they were caught off guard. No, they knew exactly what was going to. They knew that exchange was going under, and they were withdrawing money. So all we can do is hope that everybody involved with this gets basically brought up on charges. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's crazy. Bernie Madoff. They locked him up quick. They actually didn't. I watched all the Bernie Madoff documentaries. There were whistleblowers for Bernie Madoff. Like they were investigating him for like months, maybe even years. They had people investigating him, and then it finally blew up. Then they raided his offices, and he finally got arrested. But with FTX, like one, they're based in the Bahamas, and two, nobody had any idea. Like nobody was investigating them. So we can only hope. Sam Bankman-Fried is supposed to be testifying in the Senate next month, and he's also supposed to be. He's also confirmed to be speaking in New York this week, I think. And people are pissed. I can't see him showing up for this. Maybe they'll have him virtual. I mean, you got to think the minute Sam Bankman-Fried sets foot in the United States, he gets arrested. But he gave so much money to politicians, including, so everybody knows, I don't know how you can be a Democrat or Republican and not know, like the biggest sleazeball politician right now is probably that Maxine Waters. I mean, she looks like a slug, and she's just a slime. And that was Sam Bankman-Fried's big buddy, Maxine Waters. They had all these private meetings together. So, and she's she's like in charge of finance, the finance committee, and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna get a firsthand knowledge on how corrupt the U.S. justice system is and the politicians if they don't charge this guy and that ugly cunt. Girlfriend of his. And yes, she's butt ugly, folks. Butt ugly. All right. Let's see what else is going on. All right, when I first got into crypto, they had Tom Lee. Tom Lee was telling everybody, when Bitcoin was like $8,000, it's like, we're going to $20,000. This is like 2018. Then Bitcoin goes down to $3,000. We're still going to $20,000. And then they finally just stopped having them on because like Bitcoin wasn't doing anything. And then Bitcoin finally just went up to $20,000. And of course, you guys know the rest, back up to $67,000. Well, they've dug Tom Lee out of the ditches again. And they seem to love to dig him out during these bear markets. So he's bullish. He just talks a little bit about FTX. and Bitcoin, and about how, FTX is kind of irrelevant to the long term price action of Bitcoin.
For more on what this means for the crypto market and how he sees stocks heading into year end. Tom, I don't know, fool me once. This is exactly what Sam Bankman-Fried tried to do, including the use of his own token.
It is, Sarah, but if you look at an industry like crypto that's self-regulated, it is important to create, essentially some sort of functioning central bank-like activity that can conduct operations when there is stress. So I don't think the FTX model was flawed. It's just FTX itself was not capable of actually playing that role. I mean, in crypto, there's still a lot of companies with good balance sheets, those especially that built their business around Bitcoin. So I think this is sort of a smart move. I don't know if it's going to be sufficient to have Binance only behind it. I think it would be helpful to see others kick in some large capital, actually.
Yeah, if there are others big enough and have enough capital to do that at this point. So, Tom, has any of this altered your view on crypto? I know you're a longtime Bitcoin bull, but the blow up of FTX, the continued pressure on Bitcoin, has it changed your mind at all?
I mean, it's been a horrific year for crypto. Nobody's made money in crypto in 2022, but it's not that different from 2018. If we look back at that crypto winter when Bitcoin went from, 17,000 to, something like 1,200 or so, that was the time when some of the best projects were created. So I think that this is an important moment for the industry. I think it is cleaning a lot of and cleansing a lot of bad players. And I think it's important, but do I think crypto is dead? No, I think there's a lot of people throwing gasoline in a crowded theater and yelling fire. And it's just going to be important for those who really like what decentralization and what Bitcoin are doing. I mean, they need to have the staying power. But yeah, 2022 is, it's been terrible.
Yeah, he makes a good point. This bear market, with everything going on, everything collapsing, not everything collapsing, but a lot of exchanges collapsing, the price action for Bitcoin is what you would expect. Before FTX collapsed, before Celsius collapsed, before BlockFi, before everything, Voyager, most of the people smart were saying, yeah, Bitcoin's $50,000, $60,000 right now. We're probably going down to $12,000, $15,000. So there's always a catalyst. There's always something to blame it on. But we were going to go down here anyway, folks. This was happening anyway. And the great thing about these crypto bear markets, depending on what project you're in, is it does cleanse all the scum out. Now, that's why a lot of people always say, well, just put your money in Bitcoin, hoard it on cold storage, you'll be okay. But there's such a big market cap for these altcoins, and keeping your money on these exchanges, it wiped out a lot of people, and a lot of people won't come back. And that's sad, because if you lost all your money in crypto and FTX or whatever, you're not coming back into crypto, and you lost it all and there's no recovery. But if you were just smart and you bought Bitcoin, kept it in cold storage, it's going to come back. Cardano, Theta, cold storage, it's going to come back. So you just have to hold through it and buy these dips. So it is kind of funny to see Tom Lee out. I haven't seen him in years do an interview. I mean, they have him doing interviews for like stocks, but it's funny that they're bringing him out for Bitcoin. He's like the market indicator. Like when we're near a bottom, he basically comes out to reassure everybody that everything's okay. So that was kind of cool to see. All right, let's see what else is going on. Binance deploys $1 billion to keep crypto industry afloat after FTX. Yeah, CZ Binance is the one guy doing it right. I mean, I guess this is basically, look, if a small project goes under, we got $1 billion and we can, help to repay or prop up that project so it doesn't go under. I mean, CZ Binance is basically like the Jesus of crypto at this point. Now, of course, at any moment, that could change if Binance gets hacked or goes under or they turn out to be scammers. But everything I've seen from CZ Binance has been absolutely spot on. He says he may increase it to $2 billion, which is really interesting. So that's good news. Let's see what else we got going on here. Cardano network added 100,000 wallets so far this month. What have I been saying, folks? Is your project that you're invested in growing in the bear market? If it's not, get out. Get out. If they stop making tweets, if all their addresses are stagnant, nothing's going on, all you hear is bad news about the project, the founder's leaving, he's doing rug pulls, get out. Cardano, $100,000 wallets added just this month, so everything is smooth sailing. Whether Cardano goes down to 20 cents, 10 cents, whatever. This is the project to be in going into the next bull market. And Cardano usually is kind of a lagger when we go into a bull market. Usually you'll see some of these other coins go first, and then Cardano will follow and surpass everything. That's at least what happened the last 2 cycles. All right, folks. Not too much else going on. We've pretty much discussed it all. Market kind of holding on. The interesting thing is to see what happens basically on Monday, because the stock market's pretty much been on holiday for the last couple of days. I did say I was going to talk about Litecoin a little bit. There's an article, I believe there's an article here somewhere where, okay, yeah, this widely followed crypto analyst is predicting that Litecoin will extend its massive rally, but only if certain conditions are met. Crypto strategist Justin Bennett says in a new issue of his newsletter that Litecoin bulls will have to defend a key price level or the rally will implode. Bennett says Litecoin's price of $73.20 is playing a pivotal role in its current rally since it has flipped to a level of support after acting as a level of resistance. So I've kind of been telling people, look, Litecoin's already pumped 40 or 50%. I just don't think it's going to go that much farther. I could be completely wrong on this. I'm a big Litecoin guy. Litecoin was the first coin I ever bought. I held a lot of Litecoin last time, and I'm going to hold a lot of Litecoin this time. I wish I had more. I wish I took more of my own advice. But I don't think we're going into a bull market quite yet for Bitcoin, and I think this Litecoin rally just happened. I think sometimes coins just pump for whatever reason. There was a positive sentiment around these proof of work coins because of regulations, and I think people flooded into Litecoin. But I do think Litecoin's going to see $48, $55, $60. I think it's going to at least retest those levels. Once it goes down to those levels, I'm certainly accumulating more Litecoin, but I just don't see Litecoin going to $128 unless Bitcoin goes crazy this month. Like, unless Bitcoin goes bullish. If Bitcoin goes bullish, everything goes bullish, right? But if Bitcoin's holding out where it is right now, Litecoin's just not going to magically pump to $128. Now, like I said, I could be wrong, but I've been in Litecoin for probably the last 6 years, and sometimes Litecoin just pumps. It just pumps. I remember it, 2018, 2019, Litecoin just pumps, and then it dumps. So congratulations to people who got it at $48. I'd take some profits. I expect a $500 Litecoin in 2024. But I just don't think we're there yet to go completely bullish for Litecoin. But we'll see what happens. I hope I'm wrong. I actually hope I'm wrong for everybody who's in it right now. All right, folks, like and subscribe. Have a good day.